You're welcome. Because this is going to be awesome, right? You're welcome. I'm me, Ellis, for you guys that don't know. You guys and girls, K-pop fans, stans, whatever. You should... I'm not going to tell you what you should do. You know what you should do. And I trust you to do it. But right now, y'all said, oh, hey, you should check out V. Taeyeon with the 4 o'clock thing. So I'm doing it. Because I like his voice, dude. I like his voice a lot. Before this, in case you want to check it out, was Red Velvet, Really Bad Boy, One Us, Twilight, and the BTS not rap battle. Sorry. Thinking about RM. BTS dance off on the Idol set. You should check that out. Okay, let's just go. I had no clue it was going to start off with just an acoustic guitar and V just singing all low. I like hearing his voice. It's so cool. Whoa, is that a D7 to an E minor at the end? It sounds like it. At least it was that type of change. Like, there's D7 like you were expecting a G, but then it surprised you, went to an E minor, which is called a deceptive cadence. When you have a 5 chord that moves to a 6 instead of to a 1. If you know music theory, you know what I'm talking about. If you're in the key of G, you expect a D7 to go to a G, but you can substitute out the 6 chord. You go from D7 to E minor. That's what it sounded like. Ooh. Interesting choice to make the piano louder than the guitar. I would probably go with guitar louder than the piano, but I don't think I would be right. But it's one of those weird things when you're recording and editing, mixing, producing, where you're like, I've got these 2 parts. Which one do I make louder than the other? Usually it's pretty clear, but when we have basically 2 rhythm instruments. The guitar is rhythm, and the piano keyboard is also rhythm. And they chose to make the keyboard louder. Okay, I think there's actually now 3 guitars and a bass. I think there's a guitar playing low bass notes on a guitar. There's also, of course, the bass guitar playing bass. Then there's a guitar strumming, and then there's also possibly a 3rd guitar playing upper notes. There's definitely something playing upper notes, but I'm not positive it's a guitar. Ah, White. Oh, what? Okay, this is cool. I haven't actually mentioned this topic, I don't think, which is a shame on me. I don't know what they call it now. Word painting, music painting. They come up with a different word for it all the time. It's super common. In musicals, it's like the key to musicals, which is making changes in the music specifically to reflect the meaning of the text. And this whole, like, the world is blue under the moonlight, I might back it up 5 seconds. but you can hear that we get a dramatic change in the chords to reflect the, you call it darkness, sadness, mysteriousness of a world that is blue under moonlight. Right there. This guy V is pretty good. He should get in like a really good band. It's funny. Oh, what? Dude, this is so awesome. Well, I want to talk, but I guess let's finish it. Ooh, it actually resolved back to major. Dude, it's weird because like each person that listens to a song, of course, is going to get different meanings and have different ideas spurred from it because we're all looking through our own subjective lens of our own personal experience. But the first thing I was thinking of, and I'm not sure that this is true, but I thought someone said in the comments that V wrote this, specifically the duet. And from being a guy who's been in lots of bands and also having friends that are in lots of bands, it's really common in bands that you have a primary songwriter or a lyricist and then musical writer who will oftentimes write multiple parts and then bring them to the band. And I've done it too, where like I'll write my guitar part and another guitar part and a bass part. Or if I'm playing bass, I'll write the bass and two guitar parts or bass, keys, whatever. You write most of the melodic stuff. But for some reason, even though these guys are in a group together, what it made me think about was like, why don't I ever write stuff like just for somebody else? Specifically, like, oh, my buddy Steve, like, why don't I just write something and go like, here, I wrote this with you in mind. And something awesome about that is the Beatles did that. The Beatles did that quite often, where they would write something for somebody else with them in mind. And here's what's crazy about that. The Beatles would write a song for somebody and be like, hey, we wrote this for you. I think they did it for birthdays, maybe, I don't know, maybe wedding stuff too, but definitely like an event like a birthday or something. If they had a really good friend, I don't know how many times this happened. You know, it's just a story that I heard, is that they would write a song for that guy, for that dude to perform. Hey, let's call him Joe Bob. Joe Bob, happy birthday. We all were thinking about you and we wrote a song for you to have. And they would give him the song. And then he would record the song and that would be his only #1 hit of his career. And nobody knew the Beatles wrote it. That's just how good they were at composition and understanding what other people could do. Yeah, we got some time here. Another person, let's go super old school. Probably the best in my book, best ever at that was Bach. because Bach would write the pinnacle of expression on multiple instruments that he himself was not a gifted player of, which is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling to go, I'm going to write a set of cello. So I'm trying to not use classical terms. Bach wrote solo string music, so solo cello, solo violin. You know, these are instruments that are pretty bare when they're by themselves. That's why they usually have to have some backup or have people with them, the rest of the string section or a pianist or whatever. But to have a mind where you can go like, this is what this instrument is capable of, even though I can't play it, and then you write or compose like at a level that gives that instrument new life is just pure genius. Pure genius. Anyways, I'm just moved to talk about that in light of this song. I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I like V's voice. It's so breathy. You got breathiness. Anyways, if you like people talking about breathiness, then you should subscribe. Whatever. Just subscribe if you want to. I'm going to go over to Lehigh and Suyun. I should double check my pronunciation before I say shit, but whatever. And then I have to go, man. I got... It's funny because I'm like telling y'all things that don't actually apply to the channel. I'm like, I have to go after this, and I'm going to like a live show downtown. Some people I know are playing. But like, there's like 4 to 6 hours between video releases coming out. And I'm only going to be gone for like 2 hours. So it's funny to tell you something that you're not even going to notice. It's like a vlog mixed with reaction. Anyways, I'm off to Lehigh and Suyun. I should check out her name. The chick from Akmu. Chanyeok is the brother, right? I don't know. Anyways, I'm K Ship Shio. I am out. Bye.